Val's hand rested on the latch, unmoving. She kept her eyes on it. The longer she looked, the more unnatural the dog's position was. It was as if it was hurt. Was it lost? She did not recognize it by its size. Many families in the village had large dogs. Some she'd known half her life and played with in the yard. She knew their bark, their walk, and their excited stomps. There was something wrong with the back legs. They just did not look right. She felt a chill creep into her, originating in her gut and quickly flooding her entire body. Every part of her screamed to shut the window and close the curtains. Every part of her tensed as she kept staring at the shape in the yard. Dark, indistinguishable. It was almost like... it was a man. Val saw the bent legs, the arms stretched too far in front of it, and the head drawn up as if looking directly toward the house. From the narrow hips protruded sharp hip bones. She could make out the shape so clearly now. It twitched. With desperate hands, she pushed the window pane hard and latched it. She nearly fell back, hitting her elbow on the wooden table. A metal mug got knocked off as the tabletop vibrated from the force of her body. It hit the ground loudly as she came down with a thump. Bodies stirred, her mother's head appearing out of the alcove. What was that? Val did not speak, her eyes locked on the window. Valeria? Everything okay? What was that? It was her grandmother's voice. There is a man outside, Val swallowed, her voice intense but hushed. Her mother's small frame quickly appeared by Val, as if she was ready to fend off whoever was outside in nothing but her sleeping gown. Where? Val looked again, trying to make out the shadows of the bushes and the fence posts. He was gone. He was right there, by the well. She'd pointed, less confident now. There's no one there, her mother insisted, but she still slipped on her boots and threw her winter coat over her long cotton shirt. She walked out into the mud room, lighting a lantern and taking it outside. Val watched her through the window as her mother strolled through the yard and to the fence, stopping by the gate and rattling it to see if it was left open. Not that it mattered. The fence was only chest high, and anyone of height could hop it easily enough. The man in the yard was a rumor that spread quickly, as Val desperately wanted to know if anyone else had seen him. A stranger in the village? Some older people rolled their eyes and said the young were making things up for attention. Since that night, Val had trouble sleeping. She kept imagining scratching at the windows and door, but when she approached them, she would see only tree branches scraping against the glass. Twice now, she'd woken up with her heart beating fast, a few beads of sweat on her forehead. As she lay awake, her mind drifted back to her nightmares. She could not quite tell what, but there was a feeling of dread that felt familiar, one that now hung in the air above her bed.